networks can be used to increase your customer base and improve bottom line. So today we will discuss a lot about what is new, some tips and techniques. Jot down. And you see, the social media requires a continuous presence. You cannot let your garden go dry. So continuous presence is important. Once you start your presence on social media, then you need to keep on posting. Okay. So if you do not have the resources or time, uh, then you can outsource, because in-house facility may not be available. Then you can contact me. I can help you. So let's start with the today's session. You see, the knowledge you will get in today's session will help you successfully market your business on various digital platforms. You see, and to get a large following on social media, don't push your products. Include testimonials, maybe some relevant article, information, and links to your content, to your website. And you can also plan some event and post that. And these are something which useful you know uh, tips, because your followers should find it something interesting. And I'm here to help you. Okay. Now you see about YouTube. There's one very important change. Uh, if you have a YouTube channel, actually you should. It is second largest search engine in the world. So it is important to have your videos on YouTube. But I have observed that they have made some changes to the annotation. Till now, annotation was allowed. Now, annotation and there is new thing called end screen. So that does not go together. You need to remove the annotations to insert end screen. So this is something new, and you need to do a setting on each of your video. If you have used annotations, delete that and insert the new thing, that is end screen. And another new thing which is available is you can have the end screen which gives some information. A small eye appears on the right hand side of your video. And in fact, officially it will be discontinued in the next year, so it will not be there. So plan and screen, and use cards. So end screen and use of these cards is the new thing, and annotation is now out. Make a note of this and change your video settings accordingly. So it is important that you show the next video to your viewers. So you can select in end screen another video, or another playlist, or even if there is an option, you can tell YouTube to select a suitable video for the user. Depending upon the user algorithm, it will select. So make these settings accordingly in your YouTube videos. Now you see, it is important that you plan your proper YouTube settings. So in YouTube there is a channel art. In that you can actually insert links of your Facebook page and Twitter. So try that out. That is important. On your YouTube channel art, put the links. It is in the about section. So you can, when people come to your YouTube channel and they click, they can go to the Facebook page or Twitter. So this is something which you need to do again. Many people ask me this question, Zaveri, what is the difference between SEO and SMO? Well, this is important. Both are important, SEO and SMO. The search engine optimization is basically to increase your website visibility. Okay, so SEO is not only for website. SEO can be done for Facebook, etc., by using proper settings. So try to understand that search engine optimization is a technique to tell search engine about your online presence, especially the website, and this will increase traffic to your website. Whereas SMO is you say social media optimization. So in case of SMO, uh, what we need to understand is it helps SEO, because in the post, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., we put the link of the website, so it will increase traffic to the website and the backlinks. So social media optimization, that is SMO, will help us in increasing the visibility online. Plus, it increases the credibility, because website can give only the visibility, whereas social media gives both visibility and credibility. uh, how credibility? Because when people like your page, like in LinkedIn, there is a benchmark, you need at least 300 followers. In Facebook page, there is a benchmark, you need 2000 likes. So try to understand and plan accordingly. So that is about the SMO. Both are required: search engine optimization and social media optimization. So SMO can be more general. There are online communities. There are groups, for example, where you can post and have better visibility as well as credibility, because when people engage, that gives credibility to the entity, your company or individual. You see, now in the year 2019 is just around the corner. uh, Plan, make a timetable, calendar, kind of, you know for January, February, March, who is going to post, what all channels you are planning to post. Well, you need at least two or three channels, your presence should be there. Maybe Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, if it is applicable in case of B2B, or Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, and Pinterest or Instagram, whichever. But it is necessary to plan in 2019 at least two or three channels. Your social media presence should be there. Plan in 2019 at least two I'll just or three channels. Your repost. So this is playback. Now let's understand that if you want to learn some new things, new technology, especially social media, and if you are reading a book, there are many books on social media. blogs, but see that these are recent. If it is old, chances are the content is already obsolete, because when these books are published, or when this blog post is written, at that time that current technology, it is correct. But as these digital platforms are evolving, the technology changes, the technique changes, and because of competition, they add new features which may not be there in the old books. That's why it is necessary for all of us to keep on updating. So with this Wednesday live session, you can continuously update and learn new points. This is important. See, now let me talk about the LinkedIn page. LinkedIn page, that is company page. There is a new filter available. So when you put a post on LinkedIn page, you can select to whom the post should go. Let's say you have 10,000 followers, but this particular post maybe is pertaining to companies which are larger or companies which are smaller. So you can select a filter, and the post will be shown to the relevant audience. To get more engagement, this kind of filters can be used. There are half a dozen filter which you can use on LinkedIn company page, like size of the industry, the seniority of people, and the geographical location, language, and so on. So you can select all this and then make a post on LinkedIn page. No, I'm not talking about LinkedIn ID. I'm talking about page. These filters are available on the page. So when you post on LinkedIn page, maybe you can use this filter to pinpoint a specific industry or specific audience. Make a note of this. These are proper way of marketing. You see, so you get a very targeted audience. Only thing is, you need 300 followers to use this filter on LinkedIn page. So try to use this kind of techniques to fine tune your social media strategy for the year 2019. Okay. I am Jyotindra Zaveri, your social media marketing consultant and trainer. Today is December 12, and we are discussing digital marketing, latest trends, tools, techniques. Well, friends, my very another important point is about email. You see, it is better if you use a formal email ID instead of Gmail or Yahoo. Even today, I find on website many people have put their Gmail ID. Try to reserve a domain name. You don't have to make a website, but at least get a domain name, you know, so that your email ID will look professional. It is important to have a professional email ID. It gives little more professional look to your post and your social media presence, and it becomes a little formal, because Gmail anybody can make. There is no it's free, no investment required. So if you are serious, make a small investment to reserve your domain name and get an email ID. This is about the email, very important point. Make sure in 2019 you have a formal email ID. Another point about email, I have observed that people put lot of email ID in CC. especially now Christmas is coming, or New Year, or greetings. So people put some 25, 30 cc. So that is not good. And another problem is people do reply all. So when you do reply all, your email will go to all these 50 people, and that is really very bad. So never do reply all unless you really want all the people in the CC to receive your reply. And this kind of little bit of a kind of email etiquette is required when you are on the online platform. Email is very basic, and we have been using for last so many years. But I have seen even today people are doing reply all, which is not good. So please make a note, don't hit reply all. Okay. And another point is in email or in general, even in the post, don't use uppercase. It's like shouting. So use one or two words, that is okay. But if you use uppercase everywhere, it becomes very bad. So uh, use capital letters sparingly in your post or email or in subject. And yeah, about exclamation mark. So exclamation mark also, people use it. Please try to see that exclamation marks are also used in a proper way. 2 3 exclamation marks is not a good idea. See, now this is very important. The goal of social media marketing is to produce content that users will share with their social network. So this will increase your customer reach. If your post is good, then other people sharing becomes important. Okay, that is viral marketing. So in short, you can reach more people. This is how we should work with social media. And the another important thing is very basic is in social media, people come searching for you. Okay, you don't try to push your products, you show your presence, that's all. Till now it was website era, where we were trying to push my website is the best, my company is the best, my products is number one, and so on. So in social media we don't do that. So remember, in social media the customer comes and search for you instead of you pushing the products. So this is something very important. Well, friends, now in 2019, one very important point which we need to note is about the security regarding phishing and malware activities. So there are some not so good people, and they are sending messages. Now messenger has become very important aspect in social media. So if you are using message with a link, be careful. If you are going to click on that, chances are that it will take you to a phishing website. So that may be a fake website which will ask you to put your credential, and that may take your password and other information. So use of bot is going to increase. Bot is the technique by which we can send automatic messages, and these messages come directly in your messenger, for example Facebook messenger, or even in Twitter message. So the point here is, don't click the link in hurry. Check it out, whether the person who is sending the message is a reputable company, reputed entity, uh, you know the person or the name of the company. Otherwise, it may not be good to click the link. And at the same time, when you are also sending links, you should be careful to send to people, keeping these guidelines in the mind. And today in WhatsApp also, many times we receive the link which are spam. So in the coming year, this kind of activities, especially the use of bot, is going to increase. So let's be careful, because malware is something which has been there and now is increasing, because the not so good guys are having better and better technique to spam. So this is something which we need to be very careful about in the year. So it is very important that you check your social media activity. Another question people have been asking is about, you know, they ask me this, Zaveri, how do we know that the celebrity account is real? Yeah, this is important. You see, there are many fake accounts. So, the Facebook and Twitter has given a special attention to put a blue tick. So if you find, the name and a blue tick, that means it is correct. It is a verified account. Okay. So yes, Swapnil, thanks for your message. How to recognize these messages? So no, it comes in a disguised way, Swapnil. So it is not that it is you can recognize this message easily. Okay. So you be careful and check the name of the person or the company. And if you are not sure, don't click. You can put some more message or question to make sure that the person is real. So, like I was saying, on Facebook also, you will find a blue tick. That means that celebrity, political leader is a verified entity. This is there in Twitter also. So if you are following some Twitter handle of a celebrity, they have million followers and they tweet. So we follow such leaders and see that Twitter handle which you are following is verified. How to know whether it is verified? Check the blue tick. Okay, and this is available only for the very popular handles, Facebook page or Facebook entity. Okay, so this is something which we have to make sure the year 2019 we are careful, because there are going to be very many fake people and fake duplicate IDs, and we have to be careful. So 2019 is going to be very important. My suggestion is the best way to uh, plan is make a policy, a document, a social media marketing policy. You see, this will help your organization to have a proper confidence, what to do, what not to do. Uh, you know, if your employees are going to put a comment or a post, what they are going to do, how they are going to do, where they will share, and so on and so forth. So make sure there is a document available, social media guidelines or online marketing policy, and share this document on Google Doc with the all stakeholders, so that people can refer. Make sure all the links of your online presence is there, In many organizations, I have found that only one or two people know that they have Facebook or Twitter handle, and other people are not even aware. They don't even connect or follow their own company's social media presence. So the point here is that like we have a quality policy in the organization, ISO 9000 document, we need a social media marketing policy. Okay, so in the year 2019, this document is going to play a very important role. Homework: make the document. We have a couple of weeks so that you are in position to confidently start your digital marketing in the coming year. And if you need any help uh, in making the document, any guideline, please feel free to contact me. Don't hesitate. My WhatsApp number is there on all my social media. You can message me, and 24 by 7 we can talk about this. Okay, but make sure that do's and don'ts are properly written in the document, and your strategy, your policy, the processes, everything is mentioned. Especially the passwords, who is authorized, who will be doing, because in Facebook page we have admin and editor right. So who has editor right, who will have admin right, who are the owners? So all these three categories needs to be defined, and then user can use it. Make a team, so it is not one or two persons who is using social media. It's a team. Include your staff and individuals. Make sure that they understand how to safeguard the pages and individual accounts. There are some settings like no outsider should post on my timeline. So there is a tick mark there, only me, or who can tag, or if somebody tags, Facebook should ask. This kind of settings are required on individual staff account, because otherwise if somebody else posts on his or her timeline, which may not be in line with your company's policies, then there will be a problem. So the point here is, you see, all this technology comes so fast. It is necessary for us to learn, invest some time and money, and update ourselves. See, I am here to make sure that we all enjoy social media, and we have to look at the larger picture. Okay, so it is not that we want to narrow it down. It's a complete visibility and credibility of the company, and you can really expand your business beyond borders, international. So where is the problem? Don't hesitate, use it. If you are not using, your competition is going to use it. So where is the choice? In fact, it is important that you use other platforms. Maybe you are using Facebook, so say you want to use Instagram. Now look, there are two kinds of marketing: organic and inorganic. So with the recent changes in Facebook, Instagram, etc., the organic marketing is now going to have a reduced reach. So free marketing is not going to work as effectively in the years to come. So Facebook algorithm has now changed, and they're pushing people to always boost or share the post. So it is important that you plan some budget for paid marketing. Let me give you one example of Instagram. Instagram paid marketing is a good idea. You can have a business account on Facebook, because it's a Facebook company, and have a centralized marketing, and you can define your audience, whom you want to sell. Okay, where you want to sell, and Instagram will show that advertisement accordingly. You can also say that you don't want advertisement on Facebook, you want only on Instagram, that is fine. And video is a good idea for Instagram paid marketing. So define your audience demographic, and if you are making a video for story kind of advertisement, it should be 14-15 seconds maximum, and for a normal post it can be 59 to 60 seconds, 1 minute. Okay, so or you can put image, but a 1 minute video advertisement post is the best today on Instagram. Paid advertisement is value for money. Similarly, you can also have some kind of settings about the budget, and there I suggest you put a lifetime budget, so Facebook or Instagram can decide, and depending upon your budget and the date range from date to date, it will show the advertisements. Okay, so like that you can plan your uh, you know uh, social media marketing. Friends, it's great to talk to you about Instagram, because today it is even more important to have presence on Instagram. And in Instagram, use stories, normal post, and IGTV. All three things. Instagram television channel. And you can good advertisements options are there. These are self-service portals, anybody can do it, and make sure you are famous, and that is my job. If you need any help, let me know. Today is Wednesday, 12th December 2018. I am Jyotindra Zaveri, your friendly social media marketing consultant and trainer. Well, this episode is live number 72, and basically, we need to understand the new things. Now, Google has come with a new app. Where is my train? In India, you see, it's a large country. So Google has come with an amazing app, which monitors and tells you about 14,000 trains, which is not a small figure. On daily basis, 14,000 trains are running across India. It's a large country. So this volume is challenging, and Google, this app, Where is my train, already some 10 million registered users are there. And you see, it helps commuters track arrival and departure, as well as buying seats. And the is app is on Android, of course, and it works even if there is a poor connectivity, and even if offline. And this Where is my train is available in 8 languages in India. So it's a very big achievement of Google, and this will have competition with Rail Yatri. Rail Yatri is another app which is also popular, but mighty Google. So let's see. It'll be interesting to watch the competition between Rail Yatri and Where is my train. Uh, there's something online, amazing things are happening. Yeah, friends, uh, social media is available. It is not to be used only for selling. Use it for relation building. Okay, uh, to promote your business in a subtle way. This is important. So this is branding. So uh, better to post regularly, and plan your timetable accordingly, and you will be able to have better branding. Okay, we have a WhatsApp group. If you are interested, let me know. For digital marketing, no forward, no jokes. It's a serious group, We have a Facebook group of social media marketing. We have 19,000 members. We have also group on LinkedIn for social media. Let me know if you would like to join these groups to learn more, because a lot of active members are there and we are sharing good tips every day. Okay. Now, you see, everybody is talking about content. Content, of course, is king and content is important. But another aspect which I want to talk about is also important besides content is engaging in other people content. This is important. When you post, it is your content. But if some other people are posting and you are doing like, comment, or share, this also is equally important. You see, it increases your visibility, especially in the group when there is a discussion going on. And if you put your comment, a meaningful comment, people will watch that, and you will also be able to establish yourself as a thought leader. So, the point here is plan your activity in engaging in real time, putting comment, sharing the post, retweeting. If you find a good tweet, don't hesitate to retweet. Your followers will appreciate. In short, you see, many people are worried what to post, where do I find content. So, yes, content is important, you have to find and post it, but engaging also is important. Okay. Suppose there is a very popular Facebook page, you can put a comment there. The followers will see. So, if you know your audience and if you are connecting with such pages, magazines, or news websites, and if you put a comment, other people will get connected, and you are reaching to a larger circles. So, don't only talk about content. Okay. Uh, I always say social media engagement is important, and you need to make a very conscious plan to put your time for that, because content can be automated, can be scheduled, but comments are real time. So you need to have your mobile and plan your content accordingly. So you can have your LinkedIn app on your mobile and put the comment. You can join some groups, put a comment. This is another way of increasing your visibility as an individual, because in social media these things have changed. In the year 2019, it is not going to be a logo to the company, but a person to person. Okay, individual to individual, and people will rely more on that individual. People will have a much better understanding and interest in an individual which talks sense, which has got good contacts, followers. So these kind of thing is going to matter today. So try to make your plan accordingly, and make sure you are in position to you know uh, plan your 2019 year in a good way. Thank you for joining today's session. In your post, you need to include two things, and that is one link to your website and hashtags. So when you are planning your post, image or video, links, hashtags, your contact information, maybe a WhatsApp number is a good idea. All this will help in your visibility and credibility. You can go ahead and contact me anytime. You can follow my online presence, Jyoti Social, Jyoti Social page, Facebook page, Jyoti Social my Instagram and Pinterest handle. You can follow my blog, and I have SlideShare presentations. You can subscribe, and if you are on YouTube or Facebook video, don't forget to put the bell icon. See you next Wednesday. Uh, we will be very happy to discuss. And you see, I have this 42 years experience, and your key is to help proper marketing strategy. You know, so if you don't have any expertise or any other resource, don't worry, I am there. I would like to personally work with you and help you in your online marketing. Thank you. Bye.